Hello and good morning to anyone watching this video. This video is going to get a lot of mixed moods, perhaps, even emotional responses from people on a whole. It is what it is. Great, bad, and ugly. When one masters the art of emotional unavailability, it draws, and I mean it draws, it attracts people from all walks of life. Because with emotional unavailability, people cannot and never will be able to figure you out. And this is why I see so many frustrated people in today's society every time they're within my presence. Whether it be a brief passing or whether it be for a few hours, here, there, everywhere, especially the gym on a whole for that matter. Is emotional unavailability unhealthy? To some extent, yes. Only to the right type of connections with people that really want to get to know you for who you really are without having to contribute any bad intention, motive, agenda, immature game for that matter, or anything else, in order to get a rise out of you. There are people out there that will find this approach unhealthy and it will frustrate them, and I can rightfully understand that. I can wholeheartedly understand, because essentially these are the type of people that we ought to be letting in our lives. Because in a society that's overrun with darkness, these people are very, very rare to find nowadays. Very rare. Essentially, they're like finding a needle in a haystack. Virtually impossible. Now, for the second part of this video response, is emotional unavailability healthy as well? Absolutely. Because essentially, you're giving mixed signals off to those that genuinely have games, motives, agendas, ill intention towards you on a whole, that is. And it leaves them furious, it leaves them frustrated, it leaves them angered, it leaves them triggered. It also leaves them wallowing within their own anxiety, and only God knows what other worldly programmed emotion. And this type of emotional unavailability is healthy, because essentially you're not rewarding bad behavior, and you're not breaking, you're not crumbling, you're not becoming weak, you're not doing anything to draw the wrong type of attention to yourself. Although you're bound to attract it from all walks anywhere you go. It is what it is. And I would highly recommend that people master the art of emotional unavailability. Especially when it comes down to protecting their boundaries, as you will, that people feel it necessary to constantly cross 24/7 without the care or without any care in the world to the person that's enforcing them. And advice from the wise: break that emotional unavailability, let it go when the right people are wanting to come forward and, have a role, a part within your life and your circle. And I'm not talking for a season, a day, an hour, or a few minutes even. I'm talking permanently for good, because they see you as a treasure. In other words, they see them within you. And nowadays, that's rare to find within humanity's existence. And these are the type of people you won't be letting in. These are the type of people that you shouldn't, and I mean shouldn't, talking on behalf of myself here as well, we shouldn't unacknowledge any biblical emotion or fruit of the Spirit, that is, if they are genuinely happy and content in giving it. We should always, and I mean always, reciprocate it back, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. It is what it is. I believe wholeheartedly that if somebody does good and somebody has good intention towards you, you reciprocate it back, no matter what. It is what it is, people. So, only master, like I said, the art of emotional unavailability when it's needed and when it's necessary, but also let it go and switch it off, when being around those that genuinely want to play a part in your life. And when I say play a part, I'm not talking, like I said, for a few minutes, an hour, a day, or even a season. I'm talking permanently for good, because they see something in you that they can't see in the system or the vast majority of anybody else, for that matter. And always be sure to use spiritual discernment, because there are also a lot of chameleons out there that are good actors, as you will, and actresses even. And don't be fooled, especially to you God's chosen, God's elect. Do not be fooled. If you could genuinely sense that they bring peace to your presence, by all means let them in. If they ask questions, some questions that you may feel uncomfortable asking, only give them the information that you honestly see fit giving them. Don't give them too much. Because like I said, there are genuinely good people out in this world that have your heart and your mind at interest, as well as soul for that matter. But there are also people out there that are good actors and actresses. And if you give them that false information, or should I say, if you give them too much information, truthful information, they will use that to exploit you. They will use it to belittle, to mock, to even attempt to cause psychological and spiritual damage towards you. It is what it is, people. You can't make this up. We are within a spiritual warfare between good and evil. And I choose to be a good person. I mean, I have my limits just like everybody else when, the world gets tough, and I vent just like everybody else when life gets too much. But then I let it go, and I push forward, and I keep on going. That's the only way we're going to learn. And there you have it, folks.